inventory is lying in excess or in surplus, and that is very dangerous for the company. If the volumes are in very high volume, if the volumes are in large quantity, then you have a danger because a lot of money is getting stuck in the warehouse, which is not getting sold. ये तो पता समझ में है ना, जैसे आपका बहुत सारी इन्वेंट्री अगर 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 आपका वेयरहाउस में अटक जाता है, वो बिक नहीं रहा है, इफ इट इज नॉट गेटिंग सोल्ड, राइट, इफ इट नॉट गेटिंग सोल्ड, व्हाट विल हैपन? We are not means we are, our money is getting stuck. The money is stuck in the warehouse.
Right, sir.
If the money is stuck in the warehouse, means it is very dangerous for our business.
Okay.
This is what the supply chain manager would like to understand from the surplus.
From the okay, sir. So it means like this surplus report comes under which category of supply chain, sir?
This is the warehouse as well as inventory management.
Oh, okay.
Right, warehouse as well as
right, sir.
inventory management. This comes under both the categories.
Okay, sir.
So as an inventory manager, you will be as if you want to help the inventory manager, then you're going to create you want to understand how much stock surplus we have. One of the criteria.
Okay, sir. This is clear, right? This is clear.
So now,
sir, this is the
Please go ahead.
Sir, this is a table of the stock surplus report where we have the members and description, and we have a parts, different categories there, like where we are facing with surplus amount into it, sir. Like how it is defined in the here that part, sir.
Yeah. So so this table is there, right? In this table, now if you see there, let's go to column by column, then we will have a proper understanding.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the first column is what we have taken note, because that is the serial number, right? We don't have to. We don't have to go into that in detail. The second column, if it is part number, this is part number, means whatever is the parts, we have a part number. Suppose if we're talking about the iPhones, iPhone is a part. Part is a description of the part. So that iPhone will be having a code.
Okay, sure.
Right? Suppose we say iPhone code. Let's give a code A001.
Okay,
right?
Sure.
That is a code which we have for the part. Suppose if you look at the part here, second column is fuel element. Right? The fuel element is a part.
Okay, sir.
And the part number for the fuel element is what? 233905170.
So part number means like, sir, any unique identity for that part?
Correct. Every part will have a unique identity.
And this part will be using the iPhone where we are manufacturing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so this is the fuel element and this is the unique part number of that fuel element.
Correct.
Okay, sir. Okay,
now what is third column? Third column is a units. Suppose we say
yes.
What kind of unit it is, per piece or per kg or per kilogram or per pound or per ounce, or, So this is unit. Per. Right? Now what is the category of this part? That is, if you go and see the categories, there are various categories out there. If you go and click, if you click on the drop down, you will see various categories, right? Consumables, lubricants, parts, special tools, tires. Okay. These are all the categories of this. So this part, which is fuel element, right? This belongs to which category? Can you see that? Good. Click on cancel. No. Click on cancel. Click on cancel.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. Click on. Okay. So if you see, the fuel element belongs to parts.
Yeah, right, sir. Fuel element belongs to parts.
Now, if you see the make code means who is the manufacturer, which brand, who is the brand, who is the manufacturer for this particular fuel element. That is a make code.
Okay,
Toyota.
Yes.
Toyota is the manufacturer.
Right, sir. Toyota is manufacturer. Right,
like this, we have various brands over there: FG Wilson, Yokohama, Universal, Perkins, FG Wilson, Mercedes.
Look, right.
Various companies are there who are manufacturing the parts. Okay. Now, if you look at the next one, is a cost center. What is cost center?
Location.
See, cost center is the cost center is the organization who is going to bear the cost of this particular
to the particular
Part.
maker means like
So suppose the maker is who's Toyota, right? Toyota is a maker.
right.
So
Right,
we
sir.
we are buying we are buying the part which is manufactured by Toyota. We are buying a part manufactured by Toyota
Tomato.
from the
Right, sir.
supplier. We not no
Okay, sir.
we may buy it from Toyota, or we may buy in retail also.
Okay, sir. But two things we can do. First we can buy from the company, or second we can buy from the supplier.
Yeah. So what happens if you want to go and buy the company means you have to buy in bulk, because he will not give you 10 pieces or 11 pieces.
Okay.
If you want to buy from manufacturer, he will not give you 10 or 11 pieces. You have to buy in thousands.
Okay, sir.
But if you want 1 piece or 2 piece or 10 piece or 20 piece, 30 piece, then you have to go to retailer,
Okay, sir.
right? A retailer or a wholesaler, you have to go there, or distributor, you have to go there,
Okay, sir.
where they will sell in a smaller quantity.
So retailer means, sir, in a very simple like this.
See, retailer means suppose if you suppose you have a suppose let's say we are buying iPhone is there, right? iPhone.
Okay, sir.
Are you buying the iPhone from directly from the Apple? Suppose
No,
you want
sir.
to buy iPhone. Are you buying the iPhone
Okay,
directly
sir.
from the Apple? Apple means Apple located at China, or Apple located at US. Are you buying from directly from them?
Uh, yes, sir. Means sir, there are different branches there for the iPhone. Not in India, but in China and USA.
Okay, but suppose you want to buy the iPhone? Are you buying the iPhone directly from the Apple, or you are buying the phone from the Flipkart or the Amazon, or from the local retailer,
Yes,
local shop?
yes, sir. Third party apps I will try to make it, sir, because I can't able to reach them.
You can't able to reach them, and they will not able to sell you the one phone also. Are they going to
Yes,
sell
no,
one phone to you for you?
you're right,
They
sir.
can
No,
sell
sir.
it. Of course, they
Sure.
can sell it, but you have
Right.
to go to the online, right? You have to again go to the
Right.
right. So here you're not buying. If you are buying the phone directly from the Apple manufacturer, which is located in US, they will not sell you one phone,
Okay, sir.
right? They will not sell you one phone. You have to go to some retailer. And what does the retailer do
Okay.
here? Suppose Flipkart is we say Flipkart. Flipkart is an electronic retailer,
Right, sir.
right? Flipkart is a electronic retailer. Means,
Electronic.
or if you
Okay.
go to some other shop, like if you talk about some other shop in like let's
Chrome.
say
Chroma is there, sir.
Chroma is there, right? Chroma is a
Right.
Chroma is not Chroma is now the Chroma has opened up their electronic business also, right? You can buy
Right.
if you want to buy something from Chroma, you can also buy it online. The other thing, but Chroma has both, the electronic as well as brick and mortar.
Right, sir.
Brick and mortar means like what like what we say, the physical shops. Okay, so the Chroma
Okay, sir.
has the electronic retail version, as well as the brick and mortar retail version. So now you will go to Chroma, and what Chroma does, Chroma will buy it from some other company,
Okay.
right? Chroma will not directly buy from the Apple.
Okay, sir.
Chroma will not directly buy from the Apple. Chroma may buy from Aptronics,
Okay, sir.
right? Chroma Aptronics, or Chroma might buy from the Geo. Chroma might buy from the, now I think even you say Tata is also coming up with this business, right? Tata is also
Right, sir.
coming in this business, right? So there are bigger, So what is happening is you are the end customer, you are the end consumer. You are going to consume the iPhone, right?
Right,
Chroma
sir.
is not going to consume the iPhone. Chroma is the distributor. Chroma is a distributor, or can be retailer, or can be wholesaler. So what is happening here is, now suppose you are the end consumer, you are going to Chroma, and Chroma in Gurgaon, right? Gurgaon, right? So you are going to Chroma in a Gurgaon shop, and within Gurgaon, how many Chroma outlets will be there? Maybe something 50 outlets will be there,
Right, sir.
right? There are 50 outlets within Gurgaon or Gurugram. Now, similarly, if you go to Noida, there will be around again 50 outlets of Chroma.
Right, sir.
If you go to Delhi, New Delhi, there will be hundreds of outlets of Chroma.
Right, right.
Like this, if you just imagine the total country, how many outlets will be there for Chroma?
Right, sir. It will be more than
Maybe
like
1
10
lakh,
to
1 lakh.
550.
Let's imagine 1 lakh, right? 1 lakh,
Right, sir.
1 lakh outlets,
Right, sir.
right?
1 lakh outlet.
1 lakh outlets. So let's say total India has 1 lakh outlets of Chroma, and these 1 lakh outlets, right? They will be having a warehouse. Okay. So suppose
Okay, sir.
like I talk about the Hyderabad. What happens in Hyderabad? There is in Hyderabad there is a called a hub, and the hub is located
Okay,
in a place called Kompally, right? So there is a hub,
okay, sir.
which is very big hub, very big warehouse is there. There's very big warehouse is there, which is located in Kompally, and that
Oh,
Kompally distributes the product for different smaller hubs.
okay, sir.
Okay, the Kompally is a bigger hub, and then what Kompally does is he distributes the products into 4 different hubs, and this is a different parts of the city, like north, south, east, and west of the city. Now each hub
Oh,
will serve the outlets. Each small each small hubs will serve the outlets.
okay, sir. Outlet means consumer, sir.
Outlet means the shop which is nearby you, the Chroma shop, the Chroma outlet which is nearby you.
Oh, okay, sir. Oh, sir.
Okay.
Means like, sir, Chrome. Okay, sir. So I'm trying to relate something with the point, sir.
So suppose if I want to share my screen, let me share my screen.
Okay, sir.
See, let's say this is a bigger hub.
Okay, sir.
This is a big hub.
Okay, sir.
Now this will have one, two, three, and 4 smaller hubs.
Okay.
Now okay, these are 4 smaller hubs. And this big hub is
Okay, sir.
receiving supplies from state hub.
Okay, sir.
So this big hub is receiving supplies from state hub. Okay, there is one hub in a state, and this hub is receiving from there, and this hub is giving to smaller hubs and different part of the city.
Okay, sir.
Now these smaller hubs these smaller hubs are supplying to outlets.
Mm.
These smaller hubs are there. These are supplying to the outlets. Getting the point? So there is a
Right, sir.
national hub. What is national hub? There is a big warehouse in the suppose you're talking about Haryana, right? There is one warehouse, big warehouse will be in Haryana. From that
Okay,
Haryana
sir.
warehouse, there is a big hub in the Gurgaon, Gurugram. Okay, so the materials will come from the big hub of Haryana to Gurugram, big hub. From Gurugram big hub, there will be 4 different smaller hubs. Then the big hub, right? And this will be north, south, east, and west.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now each hub will distribute the products to the outlets. Outlets where you buy the iPhone.
iPhone, sir. Okay.
So this is how the networks are built, and this is not a standard network, but these networks can change based upon two important points. One point is called cost. Second point is time. The third point is distance. So these are like distance is related to cost and time. Cost, time, distance. So this based upon these 3 factors, right? This network is designed.
Okay, sir.
So this is how network means you're not buying from the national hub. You're not buying from the big hub. You're not buying it from the small hub. You're buying from where?
Outlet, sir.
You're buying from the outlets.
Outlet.
So if I talk about here, suppose national hub is receiving a product from where? From the Apple manufacturer. From the Apple.
Okay, sir.
Let's say national hub is receiving the product from the Apple.
Apple manufacturing in a bike, sir.
Right, this is Apple. National hub is receiving the product from the Apple.
Sure.
So national hub is receiving the product from Apple. Big hub is receiving the product from national hub. And then small hubs are receiving from the big hub. And then big hub is giving the product to outlets. And from outlets, the customers are buying.
Okay, sir.
From the outlets, the customers are buying. If I see this network, Apple is a manufacturer, national hub is the distributor, big hub is the wholesaler, outlets are the retailers. One, national hub, Apple is a manufacturer. But second,
Right, sir.
national hub is a distributor. In this case,
Okay, sir.
third, big hub is the
Retailers.
wholesaler.
Okay.
Small hub,
Small retailers, sir.
so we have national hub, that is Apple is the manufacturer, national hub is the distributor, and then the big hub is the wholesaler, right? And then we can say, let's say big hub is the mini distributor, small distributor.
Okay, sir.
Fourth, small hub is the wholesaler. Fifth, outlets are the retailer, and finally it reaches the last point is 6 is the customer or the consumer.
Okay, sir. What do you mean by wholesaler here, sir?
See, wholesale means if you look at the wholesale means they will not see the difference between all this thing is the stocking capacity.
Okay, sir.
Apple will have because they are the manufacturer, they will have huge stocks. Then National Hub.
No.
National Hub is not a manufacturer. National Hub is a distributor. They will buy some amount of the stock which Apple has manufactured. Suppose if the Apple has manufactured 1 million phones. If Apple has
Okay.
manufactured 1 million phones, so National Hub will take only 10,000 phones.
Okay.
Then what? Big Hub. Big Hub will have 1,000 phones.
10,000.
1,000 phones. Okay. Big Hub will have 1,000 phones. Now the small hub will have 100 phones. Sorry, 100 phones.
Okay.
And the the outlets will have 5 phones each. So what is you're seeing? You're seeing
But
the capacity of storage,
yes, sir.
right? The capacity of storage is
But
different from each.
okay.
So your question, what is your question?
All right. So my concern is that I apologize. My concern, sir.
Yeah. What's it?
Yeah, means like sir. So how the wholesaler is related to our case, sir? When we are trying to buy it like that.
See, if you go to local shop, suppose this is the same thing. If you understand the local perspective, suppose you want to buy a television, right? You want to buy a television. Where you will go to buy television? You can buy from
I will go to the retailer, sir.
retailer, right? You go to retailer.
Right.
So here retailer is your direct access is small hub.
Right.
Oh, sorry, not outlets. Sorry, outlets. You're not your direct access is outlets. So the outlets are your direct access. You'll go to outlets and you'll buy from there. One option is there, right? No. So now you will say, no, I don't want to buy it from outlets. I want to go to the small hub. Right?
Okay, sir.
So if you're deciding not to go to outlets, you want to go to small hub. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
what will happen if you go to small hub? Since small hub is having more stock than the outlet.
Okay, sir. But sir, why the stock is decreasing every time when we are going to some different places?
When you go to outlets, you will always have smaller stock. When you go to small hub, you will have larger stock. When you go to big hub, you will have even more stock. When you go to national hub, you will have even more stock. You go to Apple manufacturer, you will have very high stock. Right? If you go to Apple manufacturer,
Right.
you will have very high stock. National hub will have lesser stock than Apple. Bigger hub will have lesser stock than national hub. Smaller hub will have lesser stock than bigger hub. Outlets will have lesser stock than smaller hub.
So what's the reason, sir, why they have a less, like hierarchy is following to have a lesser step? So why it is there, sir?
Yeah, so see, if you look at a small retailer, because nearby you will have a small shop, right? Would you expect him to? He cannot. He's running a business. You want to run a business. Suppose if I am the person, I want to run a business of mobile shop. Okay, but I cannot invest. I don't want to invest too much of money.
Okay, sir.
I don't want to invest too much of money on very big shop. If I invest too much of money on very big shop, means I have to invest a lot of money, right? So what I will do, I will open a small shop of let's say 100 square feet. Right, my
Okay,
shop,
sir.
the shop the dimensions are 100 square feet. Okay, I'll open a small shop of 100 square feet, and as soon as I finish my stock, I'll get a new stock because
Okay, sir.
I want to put very small investment. I don't want to put very big investment. So people who doesn't want to put big investment, they will open a small shops of 100 square feet or 200 square feet, and from there they will sell their phones. And as soon as they sell their phones, they'll get the new stock from small hub. because they don't want to put a lot of money. They don't want to put a lot of money. They don't want to run the big, very big shops. They want to run small shops because they
Okay,
believe
sir.
that they don't have the capacity to put a lot of money in the business. They don't have the capacity to put a lot of phones to invest in purchasing a lot of phones all together at once.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Got the point,
Got
sir.
the point? Now, if
Right,
you go
sir.
to small hub, same thing. The smaller hub has bigger capacity than the outlets.
Right, sir. So means like there can be a reason like sir, they can feel like they cannot able to sell that amount of phones in their particular area, so that they are buying only that capacity where they can sell it to some different places to the local peoples.
Exactly. It depends upon the confidence level. It
Okay.
depends upon the investment level. It depends upon the how much sales they can do, how much money they can earn. Right?
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Is the network clear?
Yes, sir. This is quite clear, sir.
Okay. So now please share your screen. We'll go back to the Power
Okay.
BI.
Okay, sir. Is visible, sir? Is it visible? Okay, sure. Sir, please stop the sharing of your screen, sir. Then I can able to share the screen.
Just a minute. Yeah, I think you can share.
Yes, sir. If we are here, sir, like in location, sir, ABC box center.
Same thing, right? So which location this particular plant where we're going to use this product?
Okay, sir.
Okay, in which location we're going
Yes,
to use this product? That's why we call that a cost center.
okay,
Cost
sir.
center means we're going to use this product, right?
Right,
The
sir.
user of the product. So who is going to use the product? That's why I say cost. Cost means we're going to incur the cost. We're going to use the product to incur the cost.
Okay, sir.
Then we have,
But sir,
yeah.
this table, sir, stock surplus report. Now these tables have these terms of columns. Sir, but how they are related to the stock surplus report, sir? Like this column, sir, how they are related to each other?
See, we want to understand which stock is high, which stock is low, how much it is high, why, why it is low, right? So now, if you want to understand a stock is just not part number. Stock is just not part description. Stock is also the brand. Stock is also the category. If we define the stock, it's just not part number, it's just not the part description. Stock is also defined based upon the category. Stock is also defined based upon the brand or the manufacturer brand. Stock is also defined, based on who is going to use the stock.
Recording in progress.
Yes.
Yeah, please share your screen.
Yes, sir. I lost your voice. I lost your voice.
Are you not able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Now I'm giving here. Now your voice is audible, sir. I'll in between I'm lost your voice. Okay, sir.
Okay, so you got a point. Why we need? Suppose you are defining something. Suppose if you want to define who is Harsh, right? If you want to define
Right.
who is Harsh, so how will I define Harsh now? So I will define Harsh as a person who lives in Gurugram, right? Is an engineer, right? He is he works in some particular office company whose father name is so and so, mother name is so and so, sister name is so and so, his flat number is so and so, he uses a bike so and so. So I'm going to define just if I want to define Harsh, I just will not say Harsh Pratap Singh. I have to define Harsh in many ways.
Okay, sir.
Same thing we're doing here. Suppose you want to define a part number, you want to define a part, or you want to define a stock. You have to define the stock not just by description or by you have to define the stock in various ways. A comprehensive definition we need, right? Like if I define who is Harsh, I have to describe Harsh in a very comprehensive way. Harsh looks
Yes.
like fair. Harsh height is 5 feet 9 inch or 10 inch. Right? Harsh wears a branded shoes of Reebok or you know. So I have to define so many things about Harsh. Then I will know who Harsh is. Similarly, we have to define a stock in a detailed form. That's why we are
Okay, sir.
trying to bring all this information there,
Okay, sir.
right? So this now, if you look at next one is the current. What is the current stock? Right, the current means
So for
how much stock
yes,
we
sir.
have. Like for this,
Yes, sir.
for this particular first one we have one, second one we have 27, third one we have 11, fourth one we have 4, right? So like we have what is the current stock
Right.
available?
Is the current stock will not surplus stock, sir?
Yeah, no, not surplus. Right now we'll go check. See what is up.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, now if you look at stock in excess is surplus.
Stock in excess surplus, sir.
Okay, the stock in excess is
Okay.
surplus.
Okay, sir.
What is the maximum stock we should keep?
They have keep for this production. They have keep it for
4. Okay, so
this.
so
Right,
4.
sir.
So how did we get 17 there?
And this is the maximum. This is the surplus stock that they have put in the stock for the product parts, and this is the maximum stock that they needed for it to get the material. And but they are using 17, like 13 more than in the surplus stock.
Okay, so now let's check for that item. What is the current stock? You can take a copy. You can take a paper and pen and write there. What is current?
Okay, sir.
Take a paper and pen and write there. What is current stock for that item?
Correct. The current
Row
stock
number
for
six-
that
row
item
number,
is
row number, row number
11, sir.
11, right?
11, sir.
If you see what is
Right,
stock on, what is stock on means the stock which is going to be received. The definition is not right there. We'll change the definition. Can you go click on stock on? Click over stock on
Okay, sir.
and change the name.
Stock on, sir.
Double click on stock on. No, just not on the double click there. Yeah, change that in transit. Change there to stock in transit. Stock in transit.
Stock. Okay,
Stock
sir. Stock
in
in
transit.
transit.
So we're changing the variable name now.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the current stock is how much? 11.
Okay, sir.
And what is stock in transit?
Means like it is how much it is in the way, like that, sir.
Yes. How much is on the way to reach the outlet?
Okay, sir.
So how much you're going to receive in the outlet?
Sir, 10 we have
10,
received
right?
now.
10 we are going to receive. So what is so what we have 11, and how much you're going to receive? 10. So what is total stock?
10 more, sir. 21, sir.
21. Right? So total stock we will
Correct.
have in already we have 10 stock or 10 units of stock. We're going to receive another. Sorry, we already have 11 units of stock. We're going to receive another 10 stock in the another 1 or 2 days. Okay. So we
Correct,
are
sir.
going to. So what we're going to do? Whatever we are going to receive in another 1 or 2 days, we'll also consider them in the current stock.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So 11 plus 10 is almost 21.
Okay, sir.
Now look at here. What is the maximum stock we should have?
We should have maximum store for the row number 6 is 4, sir.
4. We should use because maximum stock means suppose if you have a outlet, the maximum stock available, maximum stock we should have means we should not exceed 4.
Yes, sir.
So how much is
like
more?
that, sir.
How much is extra then?
Okay.
21 minus 4?
So, sir, yes, sir. So maximum stock is the last number that we will use for this, sir. Not
No.
not
Maximum
more
stock means the maximum capacity you're fixed. Suppose you're selling iPhone.
than 6.
You are saying that I will have max iPhone 11. I will not have more than 10 phone in my shop.
Okay, sir.
Right? You're saying that iPhone 11 I will not have more than 10. Maximum I'll have 10. I will have less than 10, but not more than 10.
Okay, sir.
So maximum means what is the maximum limit you are deciding for the particular part to be kept in the stock in terms of volume.
Okay.
ना कितना आपने टारगेट किया है अपने पास उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट को अपने स्टॉक में रखने के लिए.
Okay,
आपने
sir.
you have decided you want to keep 4, not more than 4.
Right.
But how much you have right now?
Now we have total 21, sir.
So how much is excess now?
Excess is like 17. Like
How? 21 minus 4?
21 minus 4, 17, sir.
So current stock minus maximum stock
Is a surplus.
is the surplus.
Is a surplus. Okay, sir.
Have you got the formula?
Yes, sir. Current stock minus maximum cost stock is in surplus. Okay, sir.
Yeah. The current stock minus maximum stock is your stock in excess or surplus stock.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, is it clear now?
No, it's clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now keep going right hand
So
side.
this is correct, sir.
Okay.
This is now
Now the stock value. How much stock excess you have? Suppose stock in excess.
7.
Stock in excess is what? In terms of volume.
7
In terms of volume.
in terms of
Volume, right?
okay.
Okay. In terms of volume. Now in terms of value. So iPhone. If suppose you have 10 iPhone, in your you have excess 10 iPhones in your stock, for example. So each iPhone costs how much? For example, 10,000.
Okay, sir.
So how many excess stock? How many excess stock value you have? That is 10,000 into 10. I can take a copy and pen. I'll just tell you. So
Okay,
you
sir.
have suppose it's in the case where you have the stock in excess, right? Row number 6.
Okay, sir.
So how much you have? 17.
17, right, sir.
So you have 17. So what is the total value of 17?
Total value
Of 17
is okay, sir. But total value in which manner, sir?
in dollars or in rupees?
Oh, okay, sir. So So let me like sir, how much it will cost for 17 stock? It is 339.
Yes.
Okay.
So you have $339 of extra
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 stock.
stock,
Like
surplus
that means
stock.
like
in
we
value.
are we have already spent more than the limit maximum stock, and it will cost us around $339.
39. We have not sent. We have
Oh, okay, sir.
current stock, right? We have what is the
Right,
formula for the surplus? Current stock minus maximum
surplus
stock.
for maximum stock, right? Sir?
Current stock is 21, and we should have 4.
Right,
But we should have 4. But how much extra we have? 17.
right, sir.
What is the value of the 17 phones is $339. The value of 17 phone is
Right, sir.
$339.
This okay, sir.
Okay.
And it should be around like this, right? So into 80, like in the rupees, sir. It will be around.
What is the value of one?
Okay.
What is the value of one stock?
The value of one stock. One stock is $36, sir.
Okay, just let's create one column there. Go to add column in the top.
Okay, sir.
Go to add column on the top and go to custom column. Go to custom column. Write it. Give a name on the top per unit. Per unit. Stock per unit. Sorry.
Stock per unit.
No, not per stock per unit. Per unit value of stock. Per unit value of stock. Per unit value of, not percentage, per unit. I think you have to remove the C.
Okay,
Per
sir.
unit
Per
value
unit value.
of stock. Okay. So now how do you find this? You have to go to formula. At the bottom you see the formula is no custom column. Custom column. Niche, go to
Okay,
available
sir.
columns. Go to available columns.
Yes, sir.
Go to available columns and go to the first. What is the formula you're going to use now here? The formula we're going to use
We
is
have to.
excess total value. Go to stock value. Stock value
Value, sir.
and insert divided by
Divided by
stock in excess. Stock in excess. Okay. Click OK. So this is your per unit value of stock. So what is in this case you have mentioned earlier 19.94, right? 19 row number 6. The per unit value of stock is 19.94.
19.94, right, sir. Sir, but there is 339 here in the total amount.
Yeah, 339 divided by 17.
It's a cost for one value, sir.
Cost for one stock, one piece.
Cost for one stock.
The cost of one piece of that part. Suppose you have
Okay, so total 339.
the total cost is 339 for 17 units.
Right, sir.
For 17 units.
Right, sir.
So what is the cost of one
for
unit?
1 unit? Okay, so divided by that number.
Yeah. Right. So this is how we understood our stock surplus report.
Right, sir.
Now we have to create a dashboard First, what we do, we have to create our metrics. As earlier we discussed that when you build a dashboard, you have to start with what? Metrics.
Metrics, sir.
Right. So metrics. Then we work on the slicer. We work on the table. Then we work on the matrix, and we work on the visuals. Right. So metrics also we have two different type of card. One is single card, other is multi-card.
Multi-card, right. So it means like if you wanted to store values in the metric, then we use card there, sir.
Yeah, then we use a card, and there are two types of cards. One card is your single card, other is a multi-card.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's start building our metrics. So let's go and go to home, close and apply. Go to home, close and apply.
Okay, sir. But sir, we are out of from this one. Oh, sorry, sir.
What happened?
This one. I think, sir, we are out of the. When we have done the close and supply, sir, yeah, then it drop down has means like they have lead to some another page here. Okay, like
So if you want to check whether you go to stock surplus report, go to stock surplus report and check the column which we have added.
okay,
The new
sir.
column which we added,
So,
right? Per unit value of stock. Do we have per unit value of stock here? Yeah, we have it.
per,
Check
per unit value of
below part number. Below part number.
will be this. Okay, sir.
So this is what we have updated.
That okay, sir. For one stock, right, sir?
Yeah, this is fine.
Per unit value.
Now let's create a metric first. We'll get new metrics, means we are getting new measures. We have to create new
Okay, sir.
measures. No. We have first
New
create measures.
measures.
So
Okay, sir.
we'll first create a measure. Go to new measure on the right, on the top you see new measure.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So what we'll do first?
Okay, sir. We have to write the name of the measure, sir, here.
Well, first we want to understand is what is the average. What is the average? What is the average?
Average.
Excess stock. What is the average excess
Okay.
stock? So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to use, and that is going to we're going to find the average excess stock for each part.
For each part. Okay, sir.
Don't write like this. Don't write anything there. So suppose
Okay.
if I want to find the average excess stock for each part in Power BI, shall we go with the filter context or row context? Right. When we write a metric or when we write a measures, we always have to decide. Shall we proceed with the filter context, or we shall we proceed with the row context?
So if it is in value, then we will go for the x-axis, and if it is in categories, we should have to go to y-axis.
No, I'm not talking about the x and y axis. I'm talking about the filter context or row context.
Okay.
Right. I'm talking about the filter context and the row context here.
Okay, sir.
Suppose you want to calculate row wise.
It's like I'm not able to get it.
Suppose you want to calculate row wise. What is row wise? Row wise means you are trying to understand the metric for each part separately. And
Okay,
each
sir.
row means each row you want to have one calculation. Right? Each row you want to have one calculation.
Okay, so for each row we have one calculation, then we will move to the next row.
We will do the next row, right? Row wise, it will going to calculation in one row. It will perform calculation row by row,
Okay, sir.
and then it will give us the output, right? In case you don't want to go row wise, you want to directly have the calculation without going for row wise, right? Suppose if you have a data,
Right.
and in data, suppose you want to do a calculation where you want to do row wise calculations. Okay? Like you just know what we did per unit stock, right? Per unit stock calculation. How did that calculation happen? Per unit stock calculation. You divided the excess stock divided by excess stock value divided by excess stock volume.
Okay, sir.
What
Stock
is it?
value divided by
Excess stock value
stock value
divided by
is
excess
divided by
stock volume.
okay,
And you
Right,
did for
sir.
which you did for each row separately, no? You did for each
Right,
separate.
sir.
Similarly, suppose the other calculation which you did, the current stock minus maximum stock. The current stock
Current
minus
stock
maximum
minus
stock, that is excess stock.
Right, sir.
So you
We
did
have
this
the need
calculation
for
each row
each
separately.
row, right, sir.
So when you do this calculation for each row separately, then we have to go for row context.
Okay.
when we don't need these calculations row wise, then we go for the filter context.
Oh,
Are you getting the point?
yes, I've got the point, sir.
Okay, so let's end the session here. So what I suggest you,
Okay, sir.
is build
Okay,
at
sir.
least 3 or 4 metrics in this stock surplus report.
Okay, sir.
Metric means measures from your side.
Okay, sir.
Think, look at the report, think from your side, and build at least 3-4 measures.
Okay, sir.
And you have to use DAX queries for that.
Okay, sir. No.
So you will have
Okay,
you will have the exposure of two things. One is the exposure of creating measures and supply chain, and second you will have the exposure of creating DAX queries.
okay, sure.
So both the things you will get the exposure. Okay. So just create those three,
Okay.
and then this is a most important part because you are just working on the inventory. You're working on the inventory dashboard, right? You're working on the inventory
Yeah,
dashboard.
sure.
So you will get a if you do all this practice from your side, you'll get a complete understanding about the inventory dashboards. And at the moment,
Okay, sure.
market, the market, the inventory dashboards are very hot, and you can build a
Okay, sure.
very good profile if you are able to build this inventory dashboard.
Okay, sir. Got the point, sir. And
Hmm?
I will, sir, first try to learn the lecture that you have, sir. You have recorded the previous session recorded, sir. So I will try to make some base from that part, and then I will try to use that base into this dashboard making with the help of text queries, sir.
Yeah. So just go through them, the previous or whatever previous videos you want to go through, and also these current videos, right? So go through, and
Right.
we will be writing a lot of DAX queries from now. So,
Okay, sir.
so you'll be getting a lot of exposure to DAX queries. So there are two challenges for you. One challenge is that to understand the supply chain, right? Second, understand the KPIs, and then build the measures, create the measures using DAX queries. And the fourth challenge is build a dashboard. The four challenges you have right now. So the four
Okay,
challenges,
sir.
if you are able to structure right now from this point itself, I think that is what you will need in the project implementation phase also.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then we'll meet
I
tomorrow.
will try to show, sir. At the same time is possible, sir. 3:30.
Yeah. We can do tomorrow 3:30.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thanks.